Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to unpack some big ideas and hopefully pull out insights you can actually use.
Yeah, and today we're tackling a huge one, really.
Yeah.
What does it even mean to live a good life, an ideal human life?
Exactly. It's a question that feels, well, timeless.
It really is. And what's fascinating is looking at how different traditions, ancient China, Africa, Greece, the Islamic world, they all ask this. We've looked at a bunch of sources
Hmm.
and found some, surprising overlaps, but also really interesting differences.
So the plan for this deep dive is to try and boil down what these ancient thinkers saw as the path to flourishing.
Right. And then crucially, think about how that ancient wisdom might actually speak to your life right now.
It should be quite a journey. We're going to dig into some really foundational stuff.
Definitely.
Hmm.
Where should we start? Maybe ancient China.
Let's do that. Let's start with Confucianism and the Junzi. Now, Confucius was living during a really turbulent time, wasn't he? The Eastern Zhao dynasty.
Absolutely crucial context. Yeah, massive social upheaval, warlords, chaos. His philosophy wasn't just abstract thinking. It was a direct response, trying to figure out how to restore order and unity.
Okay, so the Junzi, the superior person, emerges from that need for order.
Precisely. And what's so interesting is that this superiority isn't about birth or status. It's not innate.
Right.
It's something achieved. It takes um, constant self-examination, self-reform, basically a lifetime of moral effort.
That feels incredibly relevant today, doesn't it? This idea that character is something you actively build day in, day out, not just something you are.
Exactly. Confucianism puts huge emphasis on ethics, on having an orderly society, on correct relationships. The whole point, guided by Ren humanity, is figuring out what it means to be a person.
And he had some pretty direct quotes on this, didn't he? Like, a superior man follows righteousness as the standard.
Yeah, not for anything or against anything. It's about principle-based action, not just going with the flow or being oppositional. It's not about being passive.
Mm. And that other one never abandons humanity, even for the lapse of a single meal. That constant commitment.
It really underscores that continuous effort. And the idea that a good name is worth more than silver or gold character is paramount.
Which links to leadership, right? And starting this development early.
Absolutely. Good character seen as essential for leadership. And this brings up that classic question, nature versus nurture, which actually leads us nicely to West Africa, to Yoruba thought, and the Omoluwabi.
Okay, the Omoluwabi. The Yoruba, I understand, really emphasize character, maybe even more than just book learning.
Very much so. There's that saying, a good person is not equivalent to a learned person. Their traditional education prioritizes moral development.
So what defines the Omoluwabi? What does that term mean?
It's essentially the ideal person, someone embodying all virtues, the peak of moral development. Literally, it translates